Hello friends, welcome to this new video. Today we can discuss a poem by Kamala Das, an introduction. Kamala Das was an Indian poet in English as well as an author in Malayalam. She was born on 31st March 1934 at Punnayur Kulam in the coastal region of Malabar in the state of Kerala. We know her as Madhavi Kuti and also as Kamala Suraya. So she came from a very orthodox family, from a very orthodox and conservative family, but her poetry is most unorthodox. Okay, and her poetry was almost revolutionary as compared to the environment and atmosphere in which she grew up. Very revolutionary poem. She wrote openly and frankly about female sexual desire. Also, she wrote about the experience of being an Indian woman. Okay, how a woman is treated in the society, and also about her experience as an Indian woman. She wrote very openly about female sexual desire, and her education was largely at home. She was very popular for her short stories and also for her autobiography, My Story. Okay, My Story is her autobiography. And many other poetry collections were there, including Summer in Calcutta in 1965, The Descendants in 1967, then The Old Playhouse and Other Poems in 1973. Okay, all these are her major poetry collections. Then there is a short story collection, Tanuppa, Cold. Then a memoir, Balyakala Smaranagal. So, but she is most popular. Her best known work is her autobiography, Ende Kada, written in 1973. In English as My Story. Okay. She wrote on various issues, on different topics, which includes women's issues, then politics, childcare, etc. So, her treatment of female sexuality, it is very liberal. Okay, she openly talks about many things, including female sexual desire. Okay, so we are now talking about the poem, An Introduction. Moving on to the poem, An Introduction. So, this particular poem, An Introduction, it is the most popular poem in the collection Summer in Calcutta. Okay, so this poem is included in the collection Summer in Calcutta, which was published in 1965. Okay, Summer in Calcutta in 1965. So, this collection, it focuses on love and pain that follows a betrayal. Okay, so in this poem, the poet describes her own mental and emotional state. Okay, the poet describes her own mental and emotional state when she get aged, and also when she was pushed back against patriarchal society. She was talking about that complex emotions regarding the system controlling her life, and also the lives of numerous suffering women. Many women were suffering due to this patriarchal system. So she is talking about that particular situation which haunts her and also many other women of the society. Okay, so let's move on to the poem. So the poem begins like this: I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of months beginning with Nehru. I am Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak 3 languages, write in 2, dream in 1. This is how the poem begins. So, in the beginning, the poet is saying, I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of months beginning with Nehru. So here she is saying, I don't know politics. I'm not aware of politics. Maybe I don't know. I don't have a good awareness about politics, but I know the names of those in power. But she says that I know the politicians like days of the week and months of the year. I know them. I am very familiar with the names. I am very familiar with the with those who are in power, beginning with Nehru. Okay, so she's saying that I don't know politics. Maybe I don't have a good awareness about politics, but I know the names of those in power and I can remember them like days of week or names of months, starting from Nehru. Okay, starting from Nehru, our first prime minister. I can remember them. I can remember starting from Nehru itself. Okay, so maybe I am not aware, fully aware about politics, but I know I am very familiar with those people who are in power, just like days of week or names of months, beginning with Nehru. Okay, then she says, I am Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak three languages, write in two, dream in one. So then she says, I am a pure Indian. I am very brown. I am Indian. I am very brown. Okay. She says she is from Malabar. Okay. I am Indian. Very brown. Born in Malabar. I speak three languages. I can speak three languages. So I know to speak three languages and I can write in two, in English and also in Malayalam, and dream in one, dream in my mother tongue. So here she is talking about those criticisms that she had to face in writing in English. Okay, many people had judged her or criticized her for writing in English. So she is talking about that. And she says, I know to speak three languages and I know to write in two, in English and in Malayalam, and I know to I dream in one language, in my own mother tongue. Okay, so she is talking about that criticism that she had to face. Don't write in English, they said. English is not your mother tongue. Why not leave me alone, critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you? Why not let me speak in any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortions, its curenesses, all mine, mine alone. So she is saying, don't write in English, they said. She is talking about that criticisms that she had to face. Many people told me that don't write in English. It is not your mother tongue. They said English is not your mother tongue. So English is not your mother tongue. Then why are you writing in English? Okay, why are you writing in English? Why can't you use your mother tongue? Okay, so she is criticized by many people. Okay, so she is saying, why not? Okay, why not leave me alone? Critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you. Why are you not leaving me alone? Okay, why not let me speak in any language I like? I have the freedom to speak in any language. I have the freedom to write in any language. Then why are you not leaving me alone? Why are you following me? Why are you criticizing me? Okay, I am free to write in any language I like. I am free to speak in any language I like. Then why are you following me? Why not leave me alone? Critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you. Why not let me speak in any language I like? Then she says, the language I speak becomes mine. Its distortions, its queernesses, all mine, mine alone. She says the language she speaks becomes her. She feels a deep connection to the words she uses. Okay, her language can only be defined as her own. She is saying, the language I speak becomes mine. Its distortions, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. So, please allow me to speak in any language that I like. Okay, don't interrupt there. I am free to use any language. Those critics, everyone, please allow me. Okay, why are you caring about the language that I speak? Okay, whatever I do, whatever I speak in any language, I have a deep connection to those words which I use. Okay, It is half English, half Indian, funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human, don't you see? So sometimes my language is half English, it may be half Indian. It may seems to be funny to some others, but it is very honest. Okay, I am very honest in what I write. Sometimes it may be half English, half Indian, or sometimes funny to others, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human, don't you see? So she's saying I am human, I may have lot of imperfections, I am human. Just as I am human, my language is also human. I may be using half English, half Indian, sometimes it may be funny to others, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human, don't you see? Don't you understand that? It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as cawing is to crows or roaring to the lions. It is human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware. So, through this language, I am expressing my joys, my longings, my desires, my hopes. Okay, I'm expressing all my happiness, my desires, my hopes, everything through this language. Okay, it is useful to me. This language is useful to me just as cawing is to crows. How cawing is useful to crows or roaring to the lions, this language is useful to me. Okay. So it is human speech. My language is human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware. So it is human speech. My language, it is human speech. The speech of the mind, it is the speech of the mind that is here and not there. A mind that can see, that can hear, and is aware of what is happening. Okay, so this language, it helps me to express my joys, my longings, my hopes, just as cawing is to the crows or roaring is to the lions. My language is human speech. Okay, that speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware of everything. Not the deaf, blind speech of trees in storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rain, or the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pyre. So we can hear there is that means poetry. In poetry, it is like the voice of trees, the voice of storm, like that, but we can't hear it. Not the deaf blind speech of trees in storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rain, or the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pyre. So it is not like that. My language is not like that. My language is just human. Okay, it is not like the voice of the tree. It can't be like that. It can't be the voice of the tree, or of storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rain, or of the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pyre. It's not like that. My language, it is just human. Okay, so people can understand it very easily. My emotions, everything, people can understand it very easily. So why you people are criticizing me? I can only be human. I cannot be the language of, I cannot use the language of trees or something like that. I can only use my language, the voice of human. I was child, and later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted hair. So from here onwards, she is talking about her growth as from a child to a woman, and then her married life, everything. I was child. I was child. I was a child in my mind also. Okay, I am just like a child, and later they told me I grew. They, the people, means the society. Okay, here also she is referring to that patriarchal society. Okay, patriarchal society. Those people decides the growth of a child, of a girl. Okay, I was child, that means by mind I am now also a child, but later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted hair. So the physical growth of a girl to a woman. That physical growth is mentioned here. She is saying that I am child in my mind, I am very innocent, but those people, that people, they told me I grew because of my physical growth. Okay. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask, for he drew a young youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully. So we know that Kamala Das was married at a very young age of 15. So there was a childlike innocence in her. She is, in her mind, she is a child at that time. But when those people, when they told me that I have grown up, I have no other choice. I have to marry a man. Okay. So when I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask, for he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully. So she's saying she didn't know what else to ask. She asked for love. She only knew the language of love. She didn't know anything else. So she asked for love. And what he did is he drew a youth of 16. He, her husband, drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. So here she is talking about that physical relationship, and she is saying that the pressure placed on her by her husband, and it led to a shrinking, an emotional and mental shrinking. It was a pitiful process, she is saying. Okay. So at that time, at a very early age of 15 or 16, she didn't know much thing about the society. She didn't know that she can opt a job or something like that. She only knew what love is. She wanted love, that's all. So she asked for love, but what she get in response was something else. That physical relationship she is talking about, and it was, I shrank pitifully, she is saying. That means that emotional and physical shrinking, that mental shrinking, all these are mentioned here. So she is representing all those women who have to marry off in a very young age, to have the responsibility of the whole family. So she is representing all those women, okay, who was married off to other family because of that patriarchal society. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short, and ignored my womanliness. Dress in saris, be girl, be wife, they said. Be embroiderer, be cook, be a coroller with servants. Fit in. Oh, belong, cried the categorizers. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our lace draped windows. So she wanted a change. She wanted to change from this situation very badly. She wanted to forget her womanliness. She wanted to forget that she was a woman. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short, and ignored my womanliness. So she dressed like a man. She wore a shirt and also her brother's trousers, cut her hair short, and she wanted to ignore her womanliness completely. She wanted to forget that she was a woman. So I want to forget. I want to ignore my womanliness. But what happened? Dress in saris, be girl, be wife, they said. Then also she had to face a lot of criticism. Please dress in saris. Be a girl. Be a wife. So you have to be like a girl. You have to be like a wife. So you have to dress in saris, not in shirt or your brother's trousers. You have to have a long hair. You don't cut your hair short because it will affect your womanliness. So dress in saris. Be a girl. Be a wife. Be embroider. Be cook. Be a coroller with servants. These are all the qualities according to that patriarchal society. These are the qualities that a woman should have. Okay, be an embroider, be a good cook, be a coroller with servants. Fit into that patriarchal society. You have to fit in that patriarchal society. In order to fit in that patriarchal society, you have to be like a woman. What are the qualities a woman should have? You have to dress in saris, be like a girl, be like a wife, be an embroider, be cook, and be a coroller with servants. Oh, belong, cried the categorize. So, all those criticizers, they are saying, belong to this society, belong to this patriarchal society that we all belong. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our lace draped windows. She's not ready to listen to all these things. She chose to move her life beyond. She wanted to move on beyond those traditional world. She wanted to go beyond that patriarchal society. Okay. Be Army or be Kamala or better still be Madhavi. It is time to choose a name, a role. Don't play pretending games. Don't play at schizophrenia or be a nympho. Don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. I met a man, loved him. So the poet is wondering at her own identity, and she is saying, "Army, okay, be Army, Army her name, be Army or be Kamla, or better still be Madhavi. It is time to choose a name, a role. It is time to have an identity. Don't play pretending games. Don't play at schizophrenia or be a nympho. So she couldn't play pretending games or cry embarrassingly loud. Her role as a woman is supposed to be meek, quiet, and also satisfied. Okay, don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. She have to be meek, quiet, and also self-contented. Okay, then she says, I met a man, loved him. Call him not by any name. He is every man who wants a woman just as I am, every woman who seeks love. She then described a time in which she met and loved a man. Okay, this person is referred to as a man. He is not named. Okay, he didn't have a name. Call him not by any name. Okay, I met a man, loved him. I met a man and I loved him. Call him not by any name. He is every man who wants a woman, just as I am every woman who seeks love. So I met a man and I loved that man. And he is not named. Okay, he can be any man who loves a woman. So he is meant to represent every man who uses woman or who loves a woman, who uses woman as he pleases. Okay, just like I love her, just as I am with every woman who seeks love. In him, the hungry taste of rivers. In me, the ocean's tireless waiting. So in him the hungry haste of rivers, in me the ocean's tireless waiting. She is now here describing the height of her emotions. Okay, she is talking about those emotions. Who are you? I ask each and every one. The answer is, it is I. Anywhere and everywhere, I see the one who calls himself I in this world. He is tightly packed like the sword in its sheath. So I ask him, who are you? I ask each and everyone. The answer is, it is I. So the answer is, it is I. He replies, it is I. So she is talking about men who make their own decisions, okay, and have the ability to use that I in order to get what they want. It is I, the men who make their own decisions. It is I who drink lonely, drinks at 12 midnight in hotels of strange towns. It is I who laugh. It is I who make love and then feel shame. It is I who lie dying with a rattle in my throat. I am sinner, I am saint. I am the beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too call myself I. So, in this conclusion part, the speaker is talking about that constant presence of I around her. Okay. In this world, she is also a part of there are I. That means those men everywhere she looks. Okay. So, when she asked the question, who are you? I ask each and everyone. There she got the answer. It is I, anywhere and everywhere. It is I. Okay. It is I who drink lonely, drinks at 12 midnight in hotels of strange towns. It is I who laugh. It is I who make love and then feel shame. It is I who lie dying with a rattle in my throat. I am sinner, I am saint. I am the beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too call myself I. So she is talking about this I, men. Okay. So a person of this kind, he is able to go and drink at 12 and stay in hotels of strange towns. Okay. So here, using this, she is talking about those independent feeling, that freedom that she wanted in her life. She want to explore. Otherwise, she want to have independence or freedom in her life, and she have to be contented with what he had. Actually, what is the real status? What the real status? She have to be contented with what she had. She have to accept the terms and conditions of that patriarchal society. Whereas men, they have their own choice in life. They can enjoy their life. I am the beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too call myself I. So I also want to live the life. Okay, here she is described as trapped between her own need for free life, but the world keeps her away from that. She wanted to lead a free life, but the world, this patriarchal society, never allowed her to do so. Okay, and the final statement is one of a kind of protest and resistance. She is saying, I have no joys that are not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too call myself I. So I can also call myself I. I too can be I. That means she says that she too can be I. It is a kind of protest and resistance. She says that she has aches which belongs to no one but herself. So she also experienced all kinds of all kinds of that feelings that men have in their life. So she is also like a man who enjoys their life without any kind of oppression or like that. She also want to live her life, okay, without any oppression or without being marginalized. So here she promotes independence for women and a respect for their individual lives. Okay, like men who are independent and who holds a respect in society, women also have to enjoy this independence. Okay, they also need respect for their individual lives. Okay, and she expresses her personal emotions and experiences. Okay, these are all trademarks of confessional poetry. As we know, in confessional poetry, the writer will express their personal emotions and experiences. Okay, so this poem can be considered as a confessional poem. Okay, so here she promotes that independence for women. Okay, and she talks about herself, and she advocates equal rights between the sexes, both men and women. Both are what, both enjoys otherwise both have same feelings and emotions. So both needed that freedom. Both have the right, both men and women have the right to enjoy freedom, be liberal in their own ways. Okay. So, like in many other poems of Kamala Das, here also she explores that women's lives, sexuality, the oppression in that contemporary Indian life, and also politics. So she promote equal rights for women in this through this poem. Okay, she was concerned with that confinement of marriage, societal restrictions, and how they differ for men and women. All these restrictions and all these things were only for women, not for men. Men enjoy their life. So she wanted those that freedom for both men and women. Okay, so I think this poem is clear to you. Thank you so much.